Hi, Mira here from Buzz Career Counselling. So, what I wanted to do today, what I sometimes do when I do mock interviews with people, is that I video them. And it is usually quite an eye opener as to all the little things that you do throughout when you get nervous. We all do it. We all do it. We all have these little tweaks. I sometimes do that too. So what we're going to do in this video is that I want to just show you and highlight some things that you might not want to do in your interview. Okay, so first one to consider. I'm going to bring in my drama skills. Volume. So if we're too quiet and you can't actually hear what's going on, then people are going to miss it and they probably won't ask you to repeat themselves. Or you're just too loud, over the top and domineering and no one can get a word in because you're just rambling on. There's the high volume the whole way through, nothing stands out. Came across a little aggressive, didn't it? So your volume's really important to get that middle range. Use your volume when you're really excited about something and you're saying it, or really want to point out, this is important, and then go back to your normal volume where everybody can hear you. So use your volume to accentuate, but don't be too loud or too soft. Next one, tone. Pretty important, very important when you're talking about a past boss. So, tell us about your experience at the such and such, which is your past workplace. Well, they were very disorganized and they just didn't know what they were doing with me. They never trained me. It wasn't a good place to work. I didn't feel like I was valued at all. What's your tone saying? Your tone's saying, I don't really want to work with you. Your tone needs to be something that people are going to enjoy. It needs to be friendly. You need to be, sort of open to what people are saying and interested and curious in what people are saying. You can hear the difference in my voice. It is open and happy. So what can help with tone is that we have this kind of smile happening as well. So when we're answering things that, it's enjoyable to listen to, rather than very sort of short and sharp, and I don't really want, I'm a bit turned off by that tone. Can you hear the difference? Next one. This is when I'm going to be, as a recruiter, I'm going to be a bit disengaged. So it's a bit boring. So you're telling me, and it happens with fear, happens with nerves. So you're telling me about a past job. You maybe even don't have eye contact with me, and you're talking me through the role. I was a trainer, and then I, used to do employment services training, and I wasn't, I was there for 4 years, and it was okay. I probably don't want to talk about it much more. Oh, I've lost interest. Not so good. Got to be exciting. Got to use your eyes, not crazy eyes, but engaging. You want to engage your, they have to sit there, they're on a panel, but you want to engage them in what you're saying, you want them to be interested in who you are. Okay, so you probably have to kind of be a little bit more bubbly, particularly when you're explaining a past work. You want to highlight who you are and how amazing you are, so you want them to be interested. So use that tone to kind of bring people in. Use the eye contact. Even when they're not looking at you, they might be writing things. Be right there ready when they come back up, because if they come up and you're recalling information and your eyes are up here, we're not engaged. So connection. And deer in the headlights. This happens, and I always do it in mock interviews. I'm always asking people, at least one tricky question, because I want them to feel that body language that they've asked that question. So it might be, why have you, why have you, well, you know, what have you been doing for the past year? Because on your resume, there's a year's gap. That's always one that'll be picked up. What have you been doing for the past year? And everyone goes, during the past year, I've been busy. Okay. You don't want that to be a difficult question. So you want to, so what have you been doing in the past year? So during the past year, I've been engaged in community involvement, and I've been caring for a family member. Next question. But when you do this, I immediately think, what's she going to say? Well, this will be good. Get my notes ready. So deer in the headlights means warning. You know, if you say, so, you know, how did you get along with your last colleagues? And you go, or what do you like handling difficult situations? We're in a fast-paced workplace here. How do you go in fast-paced? And you go, you can see the response is going to be like, uh-oh, because it's freaking you out. So the best way to get past that is to practice those really hard questions that you have an idea that might come up, so that you can just go ba-bum, 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 and not do, oh my God, what am I going to say? It's deer in the headlights. Can't even read my own writing. Oh, so the closed one, which I think I kind of did a little bit before with the eye contact. So anything closed, your body language is sort of, it's over. You know, you're sort of within yourself, and you're just answering questions like this. It's not engaging. So if you're going to talk about your past, so lack of eye contact, a little bit, you'll look up and then back down. It's that closed off. It doesn't make me want to find out more. Okay, so open posture, eye contact, not crazy eyes, eye contact, and, you know, looking, you're talking to that person there, so your body's turning, and then this person here, so your body's turning, and you are open and engaged. Really important. I've got there too much. Sometimes we can be too much, too big. Oh, it's like after the half hour, they're just wishing that you weren't in the room. Gauge the room by the people in there as well. Obviously, if they're not the big extrovert and your job requires you to be a massive extrovert, then, you know, sort of that might be okay. But usually you're kind of going by the, you know, the tone they're setting. If they're setting a fairly formal tone, then you match it. If they're like cruisy, yeah, whatever, you know, having a sort of informal chit chat, then you can sort of be a bit more relaxed as well. And the last thing I wanted to mention was smile. Genuinely smile. Have it's a warmth, and people want to listen to that warmth. You know, they want to hear more from someone who is smiling. You're happy to be there. You're happy for this opportunity to have an interview, to potentially work in this place, and they're choosing whether they want to work with you or not. So if you're disengaged and not interested, then they'll be thinking, don't really want to work with her. But if you're up and happy and engaging and, you know, interested in their conversation, that, you know, that adding to the bits of the conversation, and they're going to want to work with you. So make sure you're smiling, show your warmth. Some people start smiling when they're talking about something that they're interested in, as opposed to the questions. But you need to still be smiling, even if it's their horrible question that you really don't want to answer. You're more than willing to step up and answer it and still smile, particularly if you're going for a customer service role. But yeah, smiling and, you know, a bit of humour, a bit of laughter. You know, if they're laughing, you're laughing, and everybody's happy. When you get up to walk away and shake hands and everything, and you've left the room, you want them to be sitting there going, oh, he was nice. Yeah, quite liked him. You know, you want them to get that good feeling from spending half an hour with you. You know how you have friends and some people, then you hang out for a couple of hours and then you sort of like, oh, it was exhausting. You know, it was like drawing blood from a stone, just to have conversation, or it might be, they're too full on. So you want them to kind of think, oh, they were nice. So nice balance, loud enough, not too loud, match who they are, keep eye contact, keep your body language, keep open to people, keep your shoulders back, and be really keen in the conversation. Good luck, and don't do any deer in the headlights. Bye.